Good morning, students. Welcome back to the science class. We were studying about the first chapter from physics, that is, Introduction to Physics. Let us recall once again what all the topics we have already studied in the first chapter. So, in the first chapter, we had studied about what is science and who is a scientist. Correct? Next, we have studied about what are the branches of science. That is, the science has been classified into four different branches: natural science, social science, formal science, and applied science. And later, again, they are subdivided into the following topics as shown. Next, we had studied about some superstars of science, like the scientists who have given us the theories, explanations about many topics in science, and these are called the superstars of science. And later we studied about what is a scientific method, like what is the method in which you are going to do an experiment, like you have to identify a problem, information collection, what is a hypothesis. So all these topics we have studied in the previous class. And next we studied about how many branches of science are there, that is mechanics, thermodynamics, electromagnetism, relativity, quantum mechanics, acoustic, nuclear physics, astronomy, optics, and what are the subjects we are going to study, or regarding what comes in mechanics that we can study, and all those topics. And later we studied about the last topic in the class is physics in everyday life. That is, how is physics useful in everyday life? So these are all the uses of physics. In today's class, we shall study what are the hazards of science. That is, you know that science is very powerful, but even though it is so much powerful, there are many harmful things which can happen with the use of physics. When there are good things, there are bad things also. So, let us study what are the hazards of science. While science has provided us with so many comforts of life, that is a means of better health, it has also changed our lifestyles, it has also changed the ways in which we are living, the psychology, the physiology. Many things have been changed with the help of science. But even though science is so much useful for us, then too we have some hazards. That is, human society is going to face many hazards of science. So, what are they? The phenomena of global warming, which is the direct result of mass industrialization. So, due to global warming, so the global warming is increasing. So, what is the result? It is due to industrialization. Industrialization is nothing but too many number of companies or industries are being opened. So, from that industries, much of the smoke is coming out from the chimneys. The environment is getting polluted. So, due to this, global warming is happening. Next is some chemical reactions which produce toxic gases that can be lethal. That is the smoke which is coming out from not only industries, like from vehicles or something. So the toxic gases are coming out from that, which is polluting our environment. Next is we have CFC, chlorofluorocarbon, which is used in fridges and ACs, were once considered safe. Later, it was found that the chlorine in the compounds interfered with the ozone produced in the stratosphere. So, chlorofluorocarbon is used in refrigerators and ACs. So, many times the scientists thought that this is very, very useful and safe, but later they found that the chlorine which is present in that is going to affect our ozone layer, that is the second layer of the atmosphere. So, due to this chlorofluorocarbon, the holes are being formed in ozone layer. Ozone layer is a protective layer of our nature. When the holes itself are forming in that, then we are getting too much of heat from the sun. Next is numerous drugs may cause a number of side effects. That is medicine. Every time, whenever we are getting some small headache or whenever we are getting some small things like a slight fever something, we go with the drugs. Okay, for the simple reasons the people are making use of the drugs which are very very harmful. Life is becoming fast and full of tension due to science and industry achievements. This is leading to more incidents of high blood pressure and heart attack. So, the fast moving industrial development is making the people to get high blood pressure and even more heart attacks. Nowadays, people are becoming addicted to junk foods because of major health concern. So the people, what we are doing is we are making use of the junk food instead of going and having in the home. We are making use of the junk food which is available on the roadsides. So the people are thinking that it is too easy to complete their diet. So this is also making hazards to human life. Next is scientists develop atomic energy for peaceful purpose. That is atomic energy. Okay, so he used it for peaceful work, but today it is being used for the mass destruction, that is atom bomb. So atoms which is used for this. Next, scientific progress has caused an imbalance in nature, that is people are not ready to work, they are completely dependent upon the machines. So even we people depend, like if I want to travel for a small distance, I make use of bicycle or I make use of the bike or something. We are like completely dependent on machine, we are completely dependent on science, so which has not to be done. So all these things are the hazards of science. Next topic what we are going to study here is the states of matter. So you know that what matter is. Matter is nothing but anything which occupies space and has mass is known as matter. Like all living and non-living things are all made up of matter. Okay, so all living and non-living things are made up of matter. So we have three different states of matter, as you can see. So matter is of three types. One is solid, liquid, and gas. So what is a solid? The state of matter depends upon the arrangement of molecules, how the molecules are being arranged. And second is there any intermolecular force of attraction between them, or is there any intermolecular distance between them? So based on these things, that is what are the arrangement of molecules inside the matter, so they are classified into three types. One is solid, liquid, and gas. So more the intermolecular space force, lesser is the intermolecular distance, and more the intermolecular distance, lesser is the intermolecular force. That is, if the force of attraction between the molecules is more, then intermolecular distance is less. If intermolecular distance is more, then intermolecular force is less. So this is how we classify the matter into three states. One is solid, liquid, and gas. So that is arrangement of molecules inside the matter. Next is we shall study about the characteristics of solid, liquid, and gas. Now, what will be the shape? What will be the volume? What will be the rigidity or fluidity, compressibility? What is the intermolecular force? What is intermolecular space? What is free surface? Now, everybody knows about what is a shape. So, the shape of the solid is definite shape. That is, whichever is hard. So, they have definite shape. That is the fixed shape. Second, there is no shape for the liquids. That is, they take the shape of a container. Even gases, they do not have any shape. Like hydrogen gas, chlorine gas, any of the gases, they do not have any shape. Now, what is the volume of that? Definite volume. Liquids have definite volume, whereas gases do not have definite volume. Next is rigidity or fluidity. Next, they do not flow. Solids, they are very hard. They are not flowing. Whereas liquid, they will definitely flow like water, milk, they will definitely flow. Even gases, when it is exposed to the atmosphere, they start flowing. Now, compressibility. Can I compress that? No, solids are very, very hard. You cannot compress them. Go and compress the wall with the two hands, it is not possible. Liquids, yes, 100% slightly I can compress them. Whereas gas are highly compressible. Okay, like for example, the gases are filled in the balloon. Next, intermolecular force. That is, the force between the two molecules is very high. Whereas for the liquid, they are not as strong as solids, and for the gases, they are very, very weak. That is, the force of attraction between the molecules is very weak. Next, the space between the molecules, almost negligible. There will be no space between two molecules. Okay, almost it is negligible. Next is, in liquids it is large, whereas in gases they are very, very large. Next, free surface. Solids are have many free surface. Examples like stone, table, almirah, wall. Whereas liquid has one: water, tea, squash, cold drink. And whereas when we come towards the gases, they do not have free surface. Like the gases like oxygen, hydrogen, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen. So these are the three different states of matter and their characteristics. So this is very, very, very important. So you people have to study this. Okay, so we shall study the next topics in the next class. So till that, watch the video once again, once, twice, or thrice until you understand the video completely. If at all, if you are not understanding, please let me know. Or if you have any doubts also, you people can clarify. Okay, so have a good day. Bye. Take care.